Hey all, Hank Miller here with the Hank Miller team. This is a 3-minute video to give you an idea of some of the problems you can have with new construction. Specifically in this video, we're going to look at finishing quality and some of the disasters that we've seen. Take a look at these lower windows, specifically how the window grills are oriented. Our home is the same model as this home, and for a while we knew something was odd, but we couldn't place it until we realized that the grills are going in the opposite direction. That couldn't be torn out, but we did take a significant price reduction on this property. Here we have paint overspray and other mortar debris left all over the stoop. The builder cleaned it after we made him do it. This happens more than people realize. What we did in this case is made the builder put a soldier course of brick to act as a trim piece around the patio. The brick finished it and covered this mistake. Some of the biggest horror shows happen with flooring and molding. Look at the gap here between the trim and the floor. That was corrected. Look at the overcut here and the gap here. This was also corrected. Transitions between different types of floors can be a problem. That was a horror show as far as a transition joint. That was fixed. This one was even worse. You can see the damage on the floors as well as the tile being about 1/4 of an inch higher. More lousy trim work and horrible cuts, and another transition which is unacceptable. That was all ripped out and changed. Typical baseboard work, poor caulk, just a lousy trim job, and fit and finish was terrible here. And there's another example, same house, just look at that nonsense, all ripped out and redone. We always pay attention to the painting and tile work as well. This was redone. That's unacceptable. And unacceptable again. Notice the gap between the tile and that baseboard. They filled it in with caulk. That was redone. This, I don't know what they're thinking on that. Again, scraped and redone. And this is beautiful. That light was supposed to be centered on the fireplace. That was capped and re-centered as well. This might be one of the stupidest things I've ever seen a builder do. I had nothing on this. Needless to say, that was changed out for the proper countertop. Adjustments on cabinets are always a chronic problem. You can see the gaps are crooked on this, and here their gaps are unequal. All of these things are adjusted prior to closing. This was a builder walkthrough. This was the orientation where the buyer was supposed to get a good idea on how everything looks, and you can see pretty much if there was a cabinet, it was misaligned and needed to be corrected. So every one of these things was redone. Some of them were really ridiculous when you think about that they would present something like this. Use an experienced agent if you're buying a new home. They will represent your interests. The site agent does not represent your interests. Call me, 678-428-8276, the Hank Miller team.